Alright guys, what's up? Welcome to another video. Right now I'm in Narita Airport and I'm about to get to my gate and board my flight back to Australia. I'm back in Australia for 10 days and once I get there I literally have one day to prep my R34 Skyline for drift night at QR Raceway. So it's going to be pretty tight but a lot of fun. How you doing, sweetie? You okay? Oh, come on. Oh, baby. Hey, come here. Come on, lie down. Oh, good girl. Good girl. How you doing? Oh. Alright guys, I am now back home after a crazy long flight and that's my 34 right there. I'm just warming her up before I go to the servo and check tire pressures and things like that because she has been sitting for about 6 months. Luckily I have amazing parents and they've been starting it for me at least once a month and like letting it run and whatnot, just so like everything's all in check. So right now I'm going to go to the servo, I'm going to put some air in it, check the tire pressure, and then from there I've actually got a haircut, and then from there I'm going straight to a taco garage and I got stacks of work to get done there. First things first is I got to do a service on this thing, make sure she's running mint because tomorrow night we're drifting her. And then yeah, so fuel pump and a few other things, solid rear cradle bushes as well. We got some CNC billet solid rear cradle bushes to go in. That's just going to really like stiffen up the rear. I've been having a few issues with it where it just kind of feels really boaty and loose in the rear, so I think it's that'll fix her up. Otherwise, man, I'm pretty pumped. But yeah, let's do a quick walk around my 34 and show you guys what she's like. Kanji here, the first one is Shira, and then this one here is Yuki for snow. And then this one here is Hime for like princess. So together it makes Shirayuki Hime. It essentially just means like Snow White princess. So I just call my car Snow White Shirayuki Hime. Alright guys, here we are. Alright, I'm finally heading out. I have to put some air in the tires and make sure everything's all good there and put some gas in her. But we're gonna be all sweet. I'm just gonna take her slow, make sure I go out at an angle. Oh, that's right, I have a locked diff. Forgot about that. Things you forget when you haven't driven your car in 6 months. It's so good to have it back. Alrighty. Let's head out. So yeah, let's talk a little bit about my car, shall we? Let's move this a little bit more like that. Cool, so let's talk a little bit about the R34. So yeah, I picked her up. She's only had 2 owners ever in Japan. I'm the first person to ever own her in Australia. I imported her about 3 years ago now, roughly. Dang man, let's turn that traction control off. She don't like that lock diff. Yeah, so, by the way, the diff is actually locked with shims. I've just shimmed her really tight and locked. I'm not a fan for welding diffs, mainly because they tend to encourage a diff to go kaboom more than anything else when they're under stress. And I'd rather not have like a diff housing explode under there and damage anything. So I'd rather shims take the grunt of the abuse and just wear down, and then, you know, put like a CAS 2-way in it later on, because I can get those in Japan fairly well priced. Back on track, no more segues. So it's a 1998 R34 Skyline GTT RV25 DET. It's got an OP06 turbo. Let's talk about some installs and some work that's happening to it. Okay, so very common issue in the Skylines from the R33 upwards was that the fuel sender module in the fuel tank would fail from time to time and just tell you that your tank was empty 24/7. This issue, thank goodness, can be fixed quite simply without having to buy an entirely, excuse me, a lot of gas. The aeroplane food is terrible. So you can fix this issue quite simply by simply pulling out the sender from your fuel tank with the fuel pump and whatnot, and you just need to pull it apart and clean it really well with prep wash or some type of solvent to clean all the the junk that's in there that gets stuck to it from the fuel. And once you clean that, put it back together, it'll be mint again for probably like another 20 years. I am going to be doing that because my sender is doing that, and as well I figured, well, while I've got the pump there and access to it, I'll replace it. So I picked up a Walbro genuine 460 litre per hour pump, which I'm pretty excited to install because it's also suited for E85. I do have a little bit of some squeaky brakes in this, and that's because I actually have like the Brembo high performance racing pads with really nice T1 rotors on it, so it squeaks a little bit unless like they're really heated up and warmed up, like when you're racing or drifting. So it does squeak a fair bit when braking, but that's just because of the pads and everything I'm using. But otherwise, everything else, lock diff, exhaust, pod filter obviously. What else has been happening? It's got a full Apexi Power FC hand controller, so it's completely got a custom tune. I love it. I have the O2 sensor switched off in the tune because I had a few issues with the readings and the outputs that was giving it. Instead of replacing it, I just switched it off. My tuner is amazing. He has one of the world's fastest GTRs on radials. I think it still holds the world record. Some of you guys might know it as Nitto 2, Nitto 1, that couple, Trent and Tess. Amazing guys. They run a place called Mercury Motorsport, and yeah, like their GTRs that they've built with RB30 bottom ends and Nitto, the stroker kits and everything they're just unreal, I think the last power figure I saw posted online for the R32 GTR Nitto 2 was something like 1600 horsepower, which is just insane. So yeah, Trent's done all my tune work. He's an amazing dude. Hopefully one day we'll get in there and we'll shoot some videos of what he does and how awesome he is when this is ready for it. That probably won't be happening till next trip though, when we put the forward-facing Taka Garage intake manifold on it, full billet intake manifold with a Blitz front mount GTR intercooler, and then we're going to do a CRG or a 6-boost manifold, top mount manifold with a Garrett GTX. I'm still tossing on what to do with that because there's a few options, but I'm probably leaning towards 3076 on this because I want something really responsive that's got a bit of boost as well. So I'm probably going to do that, or I might just go to 3582 because they just love RVs. RV25s. I don't know, I don't want any lag, so we'll see how we go. Alright guys, what's up? I am now at a Taka Garage, and there are some pretty awesome cars here as per normal. This thing here, I can't actually remember the name of it, but it's pretty much an Evo. It has an entire Evo all-wheel drive drivetrain, the same motor and everything, and those things just look like a little minivan. They're the coolest things ever. But yeah, we've got like this R33 that's got an insane build happening on it. Let me quickly show you this guy. This has got one of the Taka Garage billet intake manifolds on it, and we're in the process of finishing this up for a customer. Thing's gonna make some serious power, so I'm really excited about seeing the final figures on this one. Just looking great. We got the 180SX or S chassis RPS 13 drift car. This is the Taka Garage drift car. This is my car, and at the moment. The RB's being built for that as well. It's nearly finished. It's pretty much all together. We just gotta sort out some torque settings with the camshafts. And this is Semi's Supra, old Supra, Celica Supra, the MA61 I think. Obviously my Skyline, one of our mechanics, 180SX is parked there right now. Semi's truck, got another black R33 we're working on here. And we got this beautiful old Datsun that's got a full SR20 conversion, which is hella sweet. Just take a quick peek at this. Show you guys. Oh, if I can find the latch. Here we go. Check it out. Beautiful SR20 conversion. Mint as. And then we've got quite a few cars on the go in the workshop as well. We've got a Subaru WRX in there, Impreza. Yeah, heaps of work happening right now. It's insane. So we've got this old Toyota we're working on. We've got a CRX Del Sol Honda up there that's getting DGR coilovers and whatnot. Another R32 big power build we're working on. I'll just quickly show you guys that. It's pretty mint. Take your seat off the bonnet. So yeah, I'll just quickly show you guys this build. Now, unfortunately, this one's a bit of an eBay build. The guy tried building a lot of it himself, so it's got a fair bit of China parts on it. So we've had this thing for about 3 months now. The guy works in the mines and he can only come in like once every 3 months. So what happens is we do all the work he asks and fix all the problems with all the China crap. And then he'll come in 3 months later, pay the bill, and then give us another stack load of money to do some other work. So the final result of that is going to look good. What are you doing, Mikey? It's Mikey's birthday today. He turned 16. 16 years old, this guy.
Hello.
You're 16, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. He's 22, I think. 22, right?
23.
23. Ah, you still got chocolate on your face from the birthday cake I got you.
Yeah.
Show everyone the cake.
I was real hungry. I was real hungry. It doesn't even matter.
Mouth still.
I was real hungry.
Say hi, YouTube.
Hey, YouTube.
So he'll be out drifting with me on Friday night, which will be sweet. And then we got some work happening up top on the mezzanine floor, which you can hear right now, which is gonna be sweet. A whole nother compartment out there. And these guys, DGR, hooked me up with a set of drift spec coilovers for the 200SX drift car. Yeah, actually, you may be a bit confused because I just called it a 200SX. It's because it's the rare S13, RPS13 that was produced by Nissan in the last run that they did, when they did a couple cars labeled as the 200SX. But yeah, mint set. No, these aren't mine. These are a secret kit that we're working on. I can't show you that. Where are my coilovers? Oh, yeah? Just subscribe, or a kitten will die. No, I won't murder a kitten, that's terrible. I don't even know why I said that.